Hello everybody, my name is Veil and welcome to Season 3, Episode 1 of the WhoDem SMP. I'm a late addition to this server, but it's better late than never. So, I've kind of already gotten somewhere. I am not at spawn, not at all. I'm at a village. And we're going to go ahead and just take a little look around this village, because it actually looks kind of nice, I've got to say. So, we've got a bunch of houses and stuff here. Room for animals, wheat all over, horses in a pen over here, plenty of cows in the field over there. Got the golem at spawn, some cats everywhere. Got the bell here, let's piss the village off real quick. And all sorts of stuff going on. So, why exactly is this village significant, and why am I here to start off the server? Well, the simple way of putting it is that this is actually not the WhoDem world, as you probably could have guessed. This is a copy of the WhoDem world. It's the same seed, but this is not actually the WhoDem world, which is why there is absolutely nothing wrong with the terrain you are currently seeing. This is all naturally generated. This is the way that everything started out when the server was created. Now, why is that significant? Because when I get on the real WhoDem server, you're going to notice a few changes that probably will not match up with the world you're seeing here. So take a good hard look at this entire island as it is from the world's generation. And soon you will see the island from a completely different perspective on the server proper. Welcome to how the island actually looks on the WhoDem server. This, as you can see, is nowhere near the same as it looks in the original seed. And it's not even done changing yet. That's what's surprising about it. I'm only on this account right now, which is technically my main account because I do want to get the bird's eye view of the entire island. But for the actual look around the island, I will be going on the account that I am currently using, which, yes, is named after a Danganronpa ship name. So, now that I am back on the account that I am actually using, let's have a little look around this island, starting with the current main attraction. This is the only remaining village house of the initial village, and that is because I have remodeled it to suit my needs until I get myself an actual house. All my stuff currently situated in there, and this is just chests full of dirt and other crap that I got from terraforming this island. Because, as you can probably see, the island is a hell of a lot flatter than it was before, and if we look at the map that I've taken of the entire place, this whole thing is pretty well level, and there also is this lake at the center, which is where the village basically was centered at. It is a perfect circle lake. I took a lot of time to build it up. I didn't actually dig this out because this was a dip here in the terrain. I built this lake up, put source blocks around it, and abused Minecraft mechanics to make this entire thing source blocks. I will go over that later on in a creative world. But I have a lake at the center. This is going to be the center attraction of the island, and there will eventually be more to the lake than just the lake being there, but I will get to that in future episodes when I have something to show for it. Currently, the map isn't fully updated because I have been doing a little bit of redesigning to the layers of this island. I think those are the only two maps that need it at the moment. But over here, I am starting to striate a little bit and make the terrain level off a little bit smoother than it currently is, because it is a bit sharp at the decline right now. So I will have it smooth out into this flatter area here, and I do have an idea for what I am going to do with this island. But first I must sleep off the night because they have not perfectly torched this place up and mobs will still spawn. Okay, now that I have slept off the night, I'm back at the map just to have a little look at the arrangement of things that I've got here. So this desert, which is over there and currently not visible because my render distance is a little bit low. Oh, no, there we are. That desert is connected to the spawn area of the server. You go a lot more that way, given my coordinates, and you will make it to spawn. That is a good bit off of the island I am at. Good 20-30 if I had to estimate, which means that I am surrounded by water. I am free to do basically whatever I want with this island because it's not going to interfere with anything that anybody else is currently doing or will do, more than likely. So I am good on that note. This entire thing, this whole ass thing, is the island. It's big. And it's a lot bigger when mapped out than I was actually anticipating, which is why I need 12 maps, because quite literally there is just that little space on this map here that is not seen, and it is unfortunate. The entire area over there is surrounded by a coral reef, and a little bit of up here too, which is a very interesting, I guess, surrounding to the island. I did not expect that whatsoever, and it's kind of a warm, like, surprise. There's the coral reef right there. There's an island over there that's not charted on the map right now, but I do intend on using that for something that I will probably build in a different episode, because I don't have everything I need for it yet, but I should get there soon. And yeah, plans for the island itself, I don't really have anything like solidly structured, but the plan is that it's going to just be one large like village islands that has all sorts of like everything that you would need in it. There's going, because I do have villagers in there, I will get to that in a second. This is going to be a large like fishing area, since it's right on the ocean and it's very flattened already. I just need to do a lot of like getting rid of the grass and a little bit of just terrain flattening in general, but there's not a lot of work that needs to be done in that area, mostly building things. We'll have docks up north, because I do plan on expanding to the islands north. This will be a farming area. I'll move the animal pens that I have here, the sheep and the chickens that are stuck with them, all the llamas, the 8 gajillion horses that are on the island, and the cow pen that's over there. That'll all be moving over here, along with the crops that you see there. And some crops that I haven't actually started growing yet. I have some melons in my possession, and I still need to look for pumpkins. And the rest of the island will just be developed. There's not really more I can say about that, because it's just going to be buildings of some kind or another. I don't really have anything, again, structurally like sound for it, but I do know that I'm going to have my own house that is likely going to reside on either the western or northern part of this lake. Probably the western, because I have a little bit more space. I apologize, I did not get a lot of sleep last night. Likely on the western side, because it'll have a little bit more space for me to work with in terms of the actual house, and because of things I have planned, it'll just work. I will not talk about what I plan on doing here, because I don't know if I will actually do it or not, but I plan on flattening this out and doing something with it. And if I can't get that to work, I'll probably just turn this into a little docks welcoming area, which will likely be what happens, because let's face it, some of my ambitious building projects never get finished. See everything on Griffin's Into the Fold world. No more will be said about that. But yeah, that's the basic idea for what I've got going on this island. This is not going to be a very long episode, because I don't really have a lot to show for, and I don't really have anything that I am able to build quite yet. All of the work that I've been putting into this island has not been recorded, it has not been live streamed. I cannot live stream due to my current location, which is a college dorm, and I am not able to record everything that I'm doing here, because let's face it, if you watch me building a lot of dirt structures and breaking a lot of dirt structures, you would be extremely bored and not want to watch. So it is more entertaining to just witness what has happened after it is already done, and also seeing me do things that are actually worth watching, which will be done soon, I promise. I will try to have something up over the weekend. I know it's WhoDem Wednesdays that I'm going to try doing, but this episode is kind of lackluster, so I cannot guarantee that I will have something out before then, but I will do my best to. Quick end of video insert, since I said I was going to do it. I managed to fill a lake with kelp. So I'm in a creative world, and I'm going to go ahead and showcase exactly what it is I mean by that, because it's a bit of an interesting situation that I got myself into with that. Water mechanics are very, very strange. In Minecraft, you need to have some kind of block on top of it. Well, yeah, that's helpful. You need to have a block for water to be on top of in order for it to become a source, like so. If, for example, I were to dig the exact same pit, but only 2 blocks deep, as such, and I tried to place water here, and then try to place water here, it cannot form sources under these two blocks here, nor can it form sources anywhere else. However, when I place kelp down underneath all of this, it begins to form sources because it is considering every single block below a source block. How kelp works is best demonstrated with elevators, for example. Let me just get soul sand here and a little bit of glass to prove my point. So, when water is placed down in a stream, as you are about to see here, only this top block is a source block, which means if I were to place soul sand here, and I were to try and get in, it would not push me up, because there is no valid source block for the soul sand to utilize in order to actually push me up as an elevator. Now, if I can actually get in here and place this door, there we go. If I were to place down kelp here, it turns this first block into a source block, and it will start to push me up the one block. So, that means if I place kelp all the way up, and then get rid of it, it will consider every single thing here good for an elevator. Basically, what I'm saying is kelp turns flowing water into a source block, which means that as this kelp here grows, it is turning things into sources. So, basically that means that I am able to place, I have a source block here and a source block here for the water. If I place my source here, everything will even out, because the kelp has made source blocks of all the water on the second level, and because a source block of water is considered a full block, source blocks are able to spread on top of the already existing source blocks. And that's how I managed to simplify the entire process of making that huge circular lake and not have a massive headache in the process. Minecraft mechanics are very strange indeed, however, it makes a lot of things simpler if you know how to use them. Anyway, as you know, my name is Veil, this is the WhoDem SMP, and I cannot wait to actually get you guys more stuff in the future. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all in the next episode. That didn't stop the recording. Very cool.